What's up, y'all? How's it going? Shout out to everybody that joined for Lunch with Lauren today. Super excited to be back. Had that period of transition of like moving and just needing to get back on schedule. So I'm really glad to be back. And I'm even more glad to have my first guest. As y'all, most of y'all, she's no stranger to y'all. She's no stranger to me because we shared a platform like on a few shows for me on the Lapeef Let's Talk show. But before we get into bringing her up, I just need y'all to put in the chat what y'all eating on because I know it's lunchtime. I'm drinking tea because I am on the West Coast and it's actually not lunchtime for me. It's breakfast, but it's lunchtime for most of y'all. So thank you for tuning in. And because it's most of y'all lunch hours, we're not going to keep you long, but we are going to have a good time. So make sure you like if you haven't already, and you share this live because it's going to be a good time. So I'm going to bring up I'm going to call her my big sis because, every time she's on talking about certain points, some points I agree with, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, I need to learn a little bit more. So that's why she's here because we're about to dive into some questions that I had. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all have too. So we about to get into it. The beautiful Courtney Michelle. What's
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
up? I'm good. I'm good. I'm so glad that you had time because I know this weekend is about to go up. You preparing, and if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, she is a graduate of TSU, the Tennessee State University,
Yes,
and they got homecoming this weekend, and I'm
we
jealous.
do.
I'm
I'm
so
I'm
jealous.
so excited. Like I told you, after this, I'm gonna get the hair done because I'm
Listen.
gonna be doing all this. But yeah, it starts tomorrow. I got friends coming down that I haven't seen in like 10 plus years. And so it's like a family reunion. So I'm super excited. And I told my child's father I am not a parent this week.
Okay. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Doing it.
So, what's your favorite thing about homecoming? Because I never got to experience a homecoming from a HBCU, and I'm so ashamed to say that because I'm well into my 30s, and I'm like haven't experienced it. And I think everyone should, even if you didn't attend, going with
Mhm.
someone that did. I think it's an experience, or
Yeah.
I've been told that it's an experience. So, tell me a little bit about what you most look forward to.
Yeah, so it is an experience, and again, for me, and I could say probably majority of people that have gone to an HBCU, the experience is we become family. So you're Greek.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go out of town, you have that network where your sorors are going to be here, so you can kind of contact them, and you have a family bond. And so that's how it is when you go to an HBCU, especially with mine, because I've lived in Atlanta, I lived in LA, and
Mm.
then we connect. So like, oh, you move in LA? Oh, great. Such and such there. They live here. Holler at them. They got job opportunities or whatever, all because we went to Tennessee State University. That's how it's happened since I've graduated. I've helped people as well because they went to my school or moving back to Nashville. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
know someone that can help you find a house. I have this. So it's family oriented. So when we
Okay.
do our homecoming, it's a family reunion.
I love
And
it.
so,
You
mhm,
hear about it with like celebrities and stuff, especially with Howard. Howard is a really popular HBCU, and
mhm,
most actors and actresses went to Howard, and in a plethora of others. But you are exactly right. It's a network within a network. It's a network, but then when you become Greek, it's like another network, or if
right.
you're part of the band, the marching band, like all of those
That's a whole
different.
nother network. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is something that doesn't get talked about often.
Mhm.
So when you engage in conversations about HBCUs and the value and the impact that it has on your life, I think that's something that needs to happen like really early on. I
Yeah.
think when I have kids, of course, like I went to a PWI, but
Mhm.
I'm going to be like promoting. I'm like, go to HBCU. It's just so not only I can live vicariously through my kids, but I just think it's like super important to have.
Mhm.
We gonna get into. I just wanted to talk about that, y'all, because I haven't gone to no HBCU homecoming, and my homecoming
Well,
was cool, but
you there's no time like the present to come visit with
I'm
every year, and we plan literally a year in advance. So after this week, in a couple of weeks, we're like, okay, 2022, what are we going to do? Who throwing this party? Who having a house party? So we plan a year in advance. Like, this is a thing. But I'll say this real quick too. um, when we go like TSU in our games and our like our tailgate, I liken the HBU experience to going to go see Wakanda. So
mm,
if you went to go see the movie and the pride of just seeing a sea of intelligent, beautiful Black people that, are running it, when we go back to our school, it's a sea of doctors, lawyers, entertainers, parents, mothers, amazing dads, amazing moms, teachers, principals, all coming together as family. And then it's like, it's just the Black excellence. It's no better feeling.
yeah, you're right. I'm so thank you for the invitation. I'm
Always welcome,
definitely
girl.
gonna put it on my
I
calendar.
got an extra room at the crib. I got you.
Period. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't try to take it back either. Uh, I'm gonna be in there for sure. Um,
Mhm.
but I want to get to know you a little bit more. I mean, we've heard some of your narrative on your show, and even on the Lapive Network, you've kind of talked a little bit about yourself. But I just want to give you the opportunity to really share a little bit about what made you Courtney Michelle today. Like, how did your upbringing influence the woman you are today? Like, how did you become like this feminine, sitting in this, as a traditional woman, like just sitting in that and resting in that and being confident in that? Because I have a follow-up after you answer.
Okay. How did I? Well, I'm me because of my experience, and um, my goal on the show has always been for me to be as transparent and as honest as I can be, and to show, I have traditional views, but my traditional views is because I'm Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to try to be more into my faith and closer to God means I have to, revert back to a lot of stuff that God wanted to be and what He, said what a woman is supposed to be and, her purpose. So that's what makes my thinking process what it is. But to say that I negate and I just don't have modern ways about me would be a lie. I was raised modern. We all have been. I was raised to work and go to school and get a degree. Make sure that I can take care of myself and I don't need anyone to take care of me. So I was raised that way. So that's always going to be a part of me. However, with my beliefs, it's like, okay, I was taught that, but I know God has a bigger plan than me taking care of myself.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I want to bring that up a little bit because you hear a lot about um, modern women these days, or just women in general, who are kind of obsessed or really into getting their own bag and taking care of themselves, and I don't need a man
Mhm.
for nothing, and all of this stuff. And obviously, it's like, well, you do. And so, what do you tell, or what do you say to women who are at the point where, like, okay, I realize I can't do this on my own. I do need a man, but now they're in this box. You're literally in a box, and they're like, well, you got all these things. We don't care about that. We don't want you. Is How can a woman like literally bounce back from that? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel
Mhm.
like they tell women to change, or the narrative is to tell women to change, but don't really give the opportunity for women to change.
Right. Well, I
So
agree. I agree. A lot of people in this atmosphere, women need to change, women need to be accountable, women need to do this. And then when you're being accountable or trying to be accountable, it's still no grace.
mhm.
It's still no, okay, well, let's be excited for the women, what's going on. It's no grace with it. So I don't, I'm still trying to figure sphere. It's been kind of contradiction where to be away, and then the women that are, again, it doesn't.
Hold on, Courtney. I think we got some connectivity issues. Can you?
Hold on.
It's going in and
Mhm.
out.
Let's see. That's probably me.
Okay. It was me one week and I was like, shoot, this how it's gonna be for me.
Because God,
They
the
don't want
devil's
people to
trying to get in
know.
this conversation.
Okay. I'm like, I don't want people to know what we need to know. So I think we good now. You could try to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're good now.
Yeah. So I'll repeat what I said. It was really in this atmosphere. It's always bombarded with women of not being accountable, and y'all always picking the Pookies and Ray Rays, and no, women don't want a good man. And so we hear this in our heads all the time when we're in this space. But then when there are women that are popping up saying, okay, I'm holding myself accountable, and you're absolutely right, I've made mistakes. There's no grace.
Mm-hmm.
There's no area in this space where it's okay to celebrate Black women that are trying to get better or want to mend the relationships between Black men and Black women. It says, all right, well, good. But however, y'all been doing this for us for 30 years. So you gonna get it still. You getting the smoke still. And it's like,
Right.
and I'm seeing women like, why even try if you don't want to try with us? Like, you have to.
Yeah. I think for me, that's so I totally saw that and I was like, well, what does that mean for me? Right.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I grew up in a two-parent household until it wasn't, right? I think that's the story for most.
Mm-hmm.
And my channel, I was like, or just even some shows or things, the content that I post, I just want people to see the journey because it's all about the journey, this a woman evolving, right? I think that's something that should be talked about more, is that you're not the same person that you were when you were 20. You're not the same person that you were when you were 18. So that when you are entering into your 30s and you finally wake up, it doesn't matter how long it took you to wake up. It's the fact that you did wake up.
Yeah.
That should be talked about, right? So that for me is something that I want to like put out there because I'm not perfect. I did make mistakes. And whenever the topic comes up, like we'll talk about it, right? Especially when it comes to dating and men and making decisions. So yeah. So with that, what are some things that you experience? Because you said that you are who you are from your life experiences and just all of that. What are some experiences that you think was like, okay, this was learning for me, and how long did it take you to understand like that was a lesson that you needed to learn in order for you to evolve?
Well, look, I'm still going through that now.
Mm-hmm.
I am forever learning. We never get to a point where we got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so for someone to say, man, you getting it kind of late. Well, at least I'm trying to get it. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be 50, 60-year-old still trying to get it because I'm ever evolving. I'm never going to be there. But I can say for me, I think we've all had trauma, in childhood trauma, a lot of stuff that we've never been to therapy for, didn't understand it, wasn't a thing in our culture then, as far as Black folks going to talk about it. We went to the church. So me going through trauma and eventually really going through, I think a lot of people don't know this, but, I suffer from depression and anxiety. So going through depression, specifically after college, coming back home for being in Atlanta, seeing everybody has moved on, family, kids. I'm like 28, 29, feeling like extremely lonely. Depression came.
Same.
And yeah. And I really felt like this is what God is. Come on now. This is not how my life is supposed to be. So I got depressed for a few years. So getting out of depression and getting help and still seeking help now because, you never are over it. And you still have moments where you have solitude where you just want to be alone in your thoughts and thinking things. So yeah, that.
Yeah, I can definitely relate because it was like my senior year in college when I really went into a deep depression, like super deep. And I think that maybe the depression kind of like kicked off this like period of my life where I wasn't super proud of, you know what I mean? It's just like, is this what this, to your point, like, God, this ain't what you got in the cards for me. I know it ain't,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So I could definitely relate, and I think it's really interesting that it happened for the both of us, like at the tail end of college, right?
Mhm.
Because that is a point, like, in essence, I feel like after college, if you did go to college, whoever's listening, that's when life really starts. Because
Mhm.
even though you were an adult in college, you still have that support, that like safety net in a sense.
Right.
You got the financial aid if you ever go broke. You got the counselors on deck if you got need advice. But the moment you leave that institution and those grounds, it's like, go off and figure life out on your own.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we're not understanding where to start, where to go. And again, when you get to college at 18, you're still a kid. And
listen.
college shield you, especially again, HBCU is family. So I was shielded a lot from professors and my friends where, I'm going to try to teach you how to get out in this world. But, it was my safe place where I was in college. And then kind of getting out and realizing, okay, this is the real world. I was like, oh, okay. So now I got to start working. Now I have to find a place to live. Now I have to do all this. So,
Yes, I definitely can relate. So speaking of college, college is often the place where they feel like most girls get loose. Most girls they have fun with all the men's in college.
mhm.
That's the place. So my question is, like, do you feel like a chick that's been for the streets, as they will say, will always be for the streets, or is there reform for her? Like, is there a way for her to bounce back?
I can understand where they got colleges for the streets, if you go there, because I mean, you're by yourself. You're a young person, especially if you were sheltered as a child. Like, I get it, especially now you went to a PWI. Now, HBCU, there was people for the streets, but we were small.
So everybody knew.
Everybody knew. So you couldn't be, I'm about to be with him. No. And we had a paper where they would put your business in the paper.
No way.
Oh, I can't
Is
remember.
this thing,
Yeah,
what is
we
it?
had,
If this is not an episode of Dear White People, I don't know what it is.
I promise you. So we had a paper. So we saw someone sneaking in someone's dorm, we would out them. So
Okay, is this a different form of accountability?
I didn't care because we was a small school. I think, the average HBCU is enrollment is like 2K.
Mhm.
So PWIs are bigger. So y'all had some more freeway. We didn't. So if you was a slut, you was a
Not
slut.
really, because PWIs, because it was a PWI, it was a smaller
It's smaller for the black people.
yeah,
Okay.
people knew. People
So
knew.
maybe, yeah, the people knew.
They wasn't looking papers or nothing, but listen, they sitting in their little comments talking about you for the show.
Right. Okay. So that's, yeah, I'll say you're right. So yeah. So, the black experience and the white experience is different because the people was in your business. They would tell your mama. But
Wow, let me be quiet. I was about to be like, it be the snow bunnies that
and
be,
Peter,
but when anybody talk about them, okay, I'm gonna leave that there.
because I know some people that play football at these schools and had an array of bunnies waiting.
Listen, is this their strategy? Because I've always been like, you know what? These snow bunnies is just getting all the men. They getting married, but they cherry picked them. They figured it out. They
They know something. They know something.
listen.
So I mean, can we be reformed as from the streets? Um,
That did not sound confident. She said,
like I'm trying to think. Yeah. Well, I think that's why a lot of people. So when I moved to Atlanta from after graduation, I moved to Atlanta. I moved for a man. I was in love, and he moved to Atlanta, and I said, "I'm packing my
"I'm
duffel bag and
coming."
I'm going." I love you, man. Right?
Mhm.
Of course, it didn't work out. So he went back to Nashville. I stayed in Atlanta, and then me just meeting and new people. I didn't know anyone there, and I figured everybody here is trying to change who they are. Everyone here that's not local are coming to Atlanta to be a model, a rapper, actress, or whatever, but they're trying to get away from who they were in their regular cities. And so I say that to say a lot of people think that you can reform by moving.
It's not.
It's, well, you don't know my thought life here in Miami, so I'm gonna go to Colorado and reform. It follows you.
Mm,
So who you are is who you are in whatever state.
that's very
Um, can they reform? I believe in redemption.
true. Mm-hmm.
So I think the essence of can you reform is just being honest with who you are, who you once was, you know, not saying you got to tell your body count, but if you had some problems, like with me, if I tell you I've dealt with depression,
Mm-hmm.
that might be something that a man doesn't want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But I will have a man, if I'm honest with who myself, will be like, you know what? I can relate to you, or that doesn't scare me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just being honest with yourself. So yeah, there's redemption. There's somebody for everybody. You just have to be honest and put it up forward, and don't hide who you are to
Right.
anyone. You take that on your chin.
So what I'm hearing is, if you are a woman for the streets, or if you have been a little loose, you know what I'm saying, just own it. Because like you are the creator of your own story. Who gonna check you, boo? It happened. You can't erase the past. Either you take it or you leave it. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
the only fish in the sea, my guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And there's some men that don't, like I said, I mean, let's take Amber Rose, right?
mhm.
So can Amber Rose be reformed and get married? I think she can. She's just not reformed yet because she's still messing with men that she would mess with being loose. So she's gonna have to find someone that's like, look, surrender, let me help you. Let me lead you into a path of the kitchen instead of a path in a strip club.
You're right. I mean, you're right. There are some men out here that don't care, that really wouldn't mind having a chick that's been out here, because like that's just who they are. So I think, so you're right. You are who you attract, or you're going to attract the guy that you are, essentially, like the your vibe, your aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's men that like projects. There's men that want to save women. There's men that get off on creating his type of woman from someone that was broke, busted, and disgusted, and creating, the pretty woman effect.
Let's
So if
talk
you
about
remember
that.
the
You're right. And most men that do like projects often like control. They often like to control that said woman, and I'm making an assumption, but like
Mhm.
most of those dudes are, I don't want to say like mentally abusive, but like really like to have mental control over that woman, right? It's like,
Mhm.
don't nobody want you but me, kind of thing. Like,
That's
so I
that's
think
true.
that's honestly something to kind of like caution to me. And so that goes back to like, okay, if you are a woman with that background, just do the work, so that
Mhm.
if somebody did dig up the past and they try to like compare, they be like, I don't really believe that this is true, because this
Yeah.
ain't, it will make it so that they won't really believe the narrative, because you are a completely different person than you were before.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look at Malcolm X when he was Malcolm Little, a pimp, hair fried, dyed, laid to the side, with snow bunnies snorting cocaine. But when we think about him now, we don't think about that. He's changed so dramatically, and it has been a consistent change in who he was, that was part of his story, but that story made him what makes him great. So, Phil's not take on. Oh, he's saying do not.
Yeah, don't
Right.
take.
But the thing is, they
We are
do.
not. We are not saying dude
Right.
should.
No one is saying that. But it happens. Women take on projects.
Absolutely.
There's people that have an essence of wanting to save someone. There's
Mhm.
people out there that look for people that are vulnerable, that, needs some extra TLC, and they want to take that on.
And to this comment, no, I'm not saying that the guy that wants to fix you will be abusive. I'm saying that most, not like there. If you look at the makeup of an abusive man, right, it's this idea of wanting to have control. The abuse is about control, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm not saying that these are the only types of men, or if you are abusive, this is how you are. I'm not saying that, but
Mm-hmm.
I've watched enough court cases, seen enough deaths. Listen, I'm from Detroit, okay? Most
Mm-hmm.
murders, kidnappings, like, are a part. Like, it has to do with like domestic relationships. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like, So I'm not saying that, a guy who wants to, take on a project is going to be abusive. I'm not saying that. And so hopefully y'all not taking that away and like writing those
Well,
boundaries.
some people
We're
gonna
not
take it to the
saying
extreme, and it's like we're not talking about all. So sometimes you have to be specific with it, and be like, not all.
that.
It's a
Right.
couple of them.
I'm gonna have to say allegedly, not
Yeah.
all in my context. Good Lord, y'all.
And then
Anywho.
even with the projects, and a project doesn't necessarily mean that person is just all off of whack. A project or something could be where you see a woman, especially with these men that want younger women that are not educated, don't have a career, that's just working, and you're attracted to her or want to be with her. That's a project. You're turning a young, naive woman that's 21, 22-year-old, and you want her to be your wife. You're creating her to be your wife. Is that not a project?
That's
So we don't,
definitely
it's a project. When you get with a woman, you want a woman out of college, or a college woman should be looking for a husband. Well, the husband that she gets at 24, what kind of experience do you think she's going to have? So you don't want a woman with experience, but then you don't want a project. It's either or.
right. Right.
You're creating what you want her. You want her to, carry herself this way or cook for you this way, baby. I like when my shoes are clean this way or whatever. You're creating what you want to take care of, or what you want to be in your household, or who the type of woman that you want to raise your children. So it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just what you're willing to put up with. Some men are willing to do more.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's really true. This other question that I had, you talked about, you were like, yeah, I moved, I was in love, then I wasn't, then I moved back. And so do you still have hope in finding the one? Like there's a lot of pressure on women about age, and you got to, if you at this point, you can't be picky and all this stuff. Like, do you still have hope that the one for you is like out there?
So I don't subscribe to the one. I subscribe to, we are making this work for us. So currently I am dating someone,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's super amazing, super dope, because he is a man of principle, and things that I go through, I run it through him, and he just gives me so much sound advice, and he's so logical, and it's just refreshing just to have just a real grown, mature man that's not into silliness, not into, a gender war, why all women are acting like this. It's just refreshing just to be with a normal man that works, has an amazing, handsome son, looks at my daughter and is in awe of her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. But I don't look at it, I found my one true love. We like, look, we ain't getting no older. We might as well do this.
Was that always a thing, like that you don't subscribe, or you don't necessarily think about like finding the one? Like, because I feel like growing up, that's what women have been preached. Like, you're gonna find your one, your Prince Charming. Like, you think about all the Disney movies and just the different TV shows, the movies, and they really paint the picture that you're going to find the one for you. So at what point do you think it shifted, if you ever subscribe to that idea? When do you think it shifted from finding the one to just finding the one that works for you, or that works together,
Yeah. With age and maturity, and really understanding, what do I see my life in the next 5 years? And if I see myself doing this or being this woman in the next 5 years, I need a man that can guide that for me. And so, did I subscribe to the fairy tale? Absolutely. Who doesn't want to be swept off their feet?
Right.
And a knight in shining armor just come up and swoop you. And of course,
Right.
but then it comes a time when you hit 30 plus, and you're like, you know what?
Listen, I'm there. I'm there. I asked because I was the one that was like, man, I'm gonna find the one. Now I'm just like, all right, do we mesh? Do we get along? Like,
yeah, what is it? And that was the conversation. Look, what are you wanting from a woman? Because this is what I seek for in a man. Is you it? Yeah, am I it? Okay. Well, you cute. You cute. Okay. All right. We got that down. Okay. I'm a parent. You a parent? Okay. Now how
Okay,
you
okay.
doing? Okay. You parent good? Okay. I like how you treat your son. You a soccer dad? I like that. Okay. Well, I'm a ballet mom. I'm a dance mom. You like that? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we working with something.
Right. Yeah.
So we got the formalities out the way at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And, being honest, let him know more about me at the beginning. Look, I'm just gonna let you know. This is, some stuff that I'm working on. I ain't quite there yet. This is what it is. Okay, cool, Courtney. Well, let me tell you about me. I got this. And I was like, okay, can I deal with that? Well, damn it, I can. So,
Mm-hmm.
after that, now it's more of, romantic and let's plan family trips. But no, I don't do the love. But all that can come.
The love. But I
I
feel
mean,
no,
because
you're right.
like I look at him and I appreciate him for the man that he is,
Mm-hmm.
not the random feelings that I get, but when I see him being an amazing dad,
Right.
or getting sound advice and stuff that I don't even want to hear, but he's like, I'm trying to tell you, get out your emotions. This is what it is. And, I've, random, I'll just call him, thank you for being who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I appreciate the most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Courtney, are you up for taking calls?
You, you know it because I see some people already with some of the smoke.
Let's go, y'all. Okay,
Let's get it.
I just dropped the link in the chat. I'm gonna pin this to the top real quick. So if y'all want to cam up, you got questions for me or Courtney, let's go. Let's have it. This has been fun. I can't wait to see like if what people say. We got one already waiting. Yeah. So let's just bring the first one up.
I think y'all know I ain't trying to bring no
No.
smoke. I am trying to bring nothing but love to my two blessed nieces up here, rocking and rolling. How are y'all doing today?
Good, good.
All
Thanks
right.
for popping in. Thank you. Listen, I think it was you. That
Yes.
thank you so much for the cash app.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not a
Oh, and
problem.
thank you for yesterday. I heard those words from Miss TJ's live. Was it
Oh,
yesterday?
yeah, it was the
Yeah.
other day.
The other day. Well, you blessed me tremendously, and everything that you said, you are absolutely right. And I think I said this at the beginning is that, you got to get out of some of these areas that you're in because it will flood your mind and think and shift your reality.
Here's the best way. I've watched your journey for a while, and you have to understand that life is a journey
Mm-hmm.
and it is a walk and it is a process. Not every man is in every space and not every man is in every mind. And no one man can speak for another man.
Mm-hmm.
So just recognize that as you continue to do the work on you, whatever that work is for you, as the Bible says, a man that finds a wife. So when that wife is in you, the man shall appear.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of this stuff will disappear.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're
I
right.
get the anger. I get the other side. I get the language. I
Mm-hmm.
get all of that stuff because I once was all of those individual men because of the
Mm-hmm.
things I've been through and gone through and had to fight through.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
What y'all have to do is say, who am I? Know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Understand who you are. You understand?
You're
And
right.
when you understand who you are, you don't worry about what other people define you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I,
Because I could go through that whole Bible and show you the hooker, the prostitute, and everybody else, and they was all at Jesus' feet by the time he died.
mm-hmm.
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 You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I agree. And I know I'm going to get pushed back from this, but I do not care. Being in a space for a minute, it brought on some ideas of still of it would trigger me, like especially I would get anxiety even coming on to the Peef Network show. Anton tell you before the show I'd be walking, pacing back and forth, my heart beating and racing fast, and sometimes would have a panic attack
Mm-hmm.
because I know that I am the antithesis of what Black men are complaining about. in this space. I am 38 years old. I am a single mother. I had my child and I was not married. She's about to be 6 in December. I have a degree. I own a home, so I am the essence of what, like, oh, she's, hit the wall or now, or it's something else. Now I'm far from the wall now. And she has a child. No one wants to be with her. No one wants a woman with a child, who she's might as well get a dog and die. So hearing that every day, every week, comments, mentally takes a strain. So I had to having to step away from a lot of stuff. I'm having to turn off YouTube and actually meet people that don't believe that still deem me as a wife. Because I am. Might not be to you, but like you said, Uncle Stu, these men don't speak for every single man out there. And they do not.
Right. And let me say this to you, because I told you, I've been watching you for a while. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're not that woman. Why? Number one, who gets on a public platform and apologizes to their baby's father? Mm-hmm. Show me any black woman that's doing that. Zero. Number two, show me a black woman who's not leading with the fact that she got a house. Mm-hmm. You never really brought that out as a bragging right. You never brought that out as an authority shaming. You never brought that out and said, hey, I got a house. What you got? You ain't never said that on any platform that I've ever heard you talk about. No. Okay, you made a mistake. But guess what? You also ain't got a piss poor pookie father neither. You chose a man that is being a father.
Amazing dad.
Okay, so guess what? You ain't run. And what did you say? How many black women taking their man off of child support? You said you took him off of child support. You ain't the women that's running back and forth to the court system every 6 months. Mm-hmm. You ain't down there at the court talking about I need food stamps. Right? You ain't sending your daddy. You ain't sending your daughter's father, not baby daddy, father.
Right. Thank you.
To prison. Right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
So how can you even align yourself with those arguments? Mm-hmm. Second, who went up on Kevin Samuels' platform and boldly said, you know what, I thought I was a 10. He told me I was a 6, and I had to recognize that now I'm studying Shekana Hari Ali. How many of these other chicks studying that one?
Doing the work, right.
Mm-hmm. How many women doing the work? Mm-hmm. So it's easy when a person who is blind cannot see and going to define who you are. Mm-hmm. Mm. Get around some grown men who understands what a grown woman look like. Then you'll understand who you are. Because when you know who you are, it will shine. Mm-hmm. You want me to get you out of Tennessee? I'll introduce you to a millionaire, girl. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Let me take a pause real quick and say what's up to Auntie TJ, because she came in here looking fly, okay?
I wasn't ready.
Not at all.
Look at her.
I thought I'd give y'all a little, how a little mature woman does it. Okay. Because again, the Saras and friends from the University of Oklahoma know that before I was Mrs. Randolph, I was Terry Jones, and I was always about style and grace. So, ladies, this is how you do it. You understand me?
Come on now.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Uncle Stu, I'm not. I don't do that rock with you thing, but you and I are here.
That's right.
We're here. I love the conversation. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, this is not about shaming anybody, men shaming. This is not what we're doing. And I'm really getting a little bit over the idea that people cannot share their experiences. People cannot share their perspective without saying you're not helping women. You're not, there's the man shaming. No. It's the reality of the experience that you have had. No more. It's no different, men, when women were saying men are dogs. Y'all didn't like that. You didn't like it because you knew that you weren't one of them, and you knew that all men weren't dogs. So no different than you men didn't appreciate when women were saying men ain't S, men are dogs. The same thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here. I feel my Shirley Lil John coming on. That's my mom. I feel it coming on. So this is what we're talking about. Get out of your feelings here and understand we're speaking in generalizations. If the shoe don't fit, it don't fit. If it does, you need to step off in it.
That's right.
Take that with you.
That's
Take
right.
that with you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And even when you are traditional and walking in your femininity, it don't mean that you ain't got an opinion. It don't mean that you can't think.
Mm-hmm.
It just means that you know in a relationship who's in charge. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, come on now. We got to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And when we say do the work, we're not talking about coinage.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. It's necessary. But we're not talking about coinage only. We're talking about your internal work.
That's right.
We're talking about your spiritual work. We're talking about your discernment.
Because when all the money is gone, that's all you're going to have left.
And since we're talking about money here, I shared it with my nieces yesterday. My adopted nieces, Lucky and Courtney. I am officially, after working since the age of 14, I'm officially retired from the federal government.
Yeah.
Now, that is something
Come on
to
now.
celebrate. Listen.
Yes, come on.
I'm officially retired. I got the word yesterday. My retirement came through. But while I was waiting, y'all, my husband took care of everything up in here. I didn't have to worry about nothing. And that's what y'all want, ladies. That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna take all your time because I got to get out in these streets.
Okay, like celebration. We celebrating all the rest of the year, the next year.
Yes.
Celebrate.
Yes.
And when I say get out in these streets, I'm just running around, running errands. So
Looking
ladies,
cute.
Yeah.
if you want to be seen, put yourself together and be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would never forget. I think it was a couple years ago. I have, like I mentioned before, like most of my friends are married, and one of my married friends was like, Lauren, I was going to church, and I would come to church every Sunday, and I'm just showing up as I am because that's how they say. And I wasn't looking dusty, but I mean, I comb my hair and put on clothes, and that was it. And she was like, Lauren, I'm gonna need you to put on some makeup, like put on some eyeliner or something. Like you gotta do something, right? And I was just like, but I don't really wear makeup. I like me how I am. But I had to realize, like, if I want to level up, you gotta level up. And it may be something that you ain't used to. It's something that you aren't, like I don't wear makeup every day. Like if I go somewhere, I might throw something on, but just do something out of the norm. You're gonna have to get out of your box and get out of your own way if you want to level up. And I just want to say that to just women who just think that men should like me for me, and I don't have to comb my hair, I don't have to do this. Sometimes you do, and that's okay.
You better. Right. And one last thing, I was speaking to the young man the other night on my show about some of the challenges that you all men are having, and I'm not a man. I have a son-in-law. I have a couple of son-in-laws. I have some nephews. About some of the women, I understand that because. Shout out to OJ Duke Jackson. Weaving and sandling is real. Okay, weaving and sandling is real. And you heard from Mr. Randolph. He don't care if you're a size 6 and you got eyelashes like peacocks. Listen, when you step to a man or a man, as the women are stepping to you, what are they looking like? Are they coming to you looking like ladies? Like these ladies here? Are they coming to you looking like they in a video? So if that's how they step into you, then you know what you get.
Yeah.
So don't act surprised.
That's right. I know that's right.
But are you walking past the natural beauty? Let's be honest, gentlemen here. Some of y'all are. And then you get mad when you got the weaving and sandling and they want to know what restaurant you taking them to. I'm just saying. You heard it from Mr. Randolph the other day. Because a real woman who's about her business, a walk in the park, ice cream,
Do it
coffee
just right.
shop,
Come on.
picnic,
Yeah.
Don't forget the gun range. Don't forget the gun range.
I did say the
Courtney
gun
like
range.
gun range.
Courtney got the gun range.
Pow,
I said that. I said got that gun range.
Pow, pow.
Yes.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang up in here. So listen, a real woman is not about, fly me. No. So let's make sure that none of us are passing each other by.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a song by The Far Side. Don't pass me by. But anyway, I'm out of here.
Yes, it was. What you know about the Far Side? Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want none of this.
Old school hip hop.
Don't be passing me by. Anyway, y'all have a great day. I've got to get on these streets and go see my my little Nick, my little granddaughter, and just be out. Ladies, just get out and do something for you.
Yes, do it.
Just do some window shopping. Let your since you got to wear a mask, let your eyes do the flirting, the smiling.
Smiles. You better work on your smiles.
Yeah, smile. I like that. Anyway, y'all have a good day.
I got it.
Bye, TJ.
Bye, TJ.
Right to TJ's channel. And,
Mosaic.
Go ahead, pop it up. You got something coming up.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you. My channel is Mosaic with TJ Randolph. And this Saturday, during the Ladies Legacy conversation with my daughter, we are going to be talking about mothers are dying for a break. Literally and figuratively.
Dying.
Mothers are dying for a break. And I'm not just talking single mothers. Mothers. Because we need help. And there's a picture of me and my little dog, my baby girl, about that time when I was dying for a break too. It's real. So that's what we're talking about. Mosaic with TJ Randolph. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk later.
All right. Bye, TJ.
Bye.
And I won't hold y'all up. I just, this is my time really to talk to you, Courtney. You got to recognize that there are certain spaces you don't need to be in because that's not you. They're not talking to you. You understand me? There are women that, trust me, Black men is over policed in every single area, whether it's the real police, Black women, we're over policed. We're over accountable. Okay. We have leveled up, and it's like, we're the women. You understand? There's legitimate arguments out here that I will defend to the end. But you got to recognize you're not that woman. Hear the argument. If it don't apply, let it what?
Fly.
You've admitted your errors and you've put it out there to the public. You're being transformed by the renewing of your mind. You trying to learn. You trying to listen. You trying to do the next right thing as a woman. But because you believe in Jesus, you're already doing the work of repentance. You ain't just going to church saying, all right, all my sins forgiven. What are you doing? You're saying, okay, what do I need to do to change? Okay, I need to drop this. I need to organize this. Okay, fine. I got it. Okay, I don't want your bag. Can we can go to the park? You're already showing. I'm not looking for your money. I'm looking for your character. Remember, I'm going to always say this and stand on this. A beta man is a hurt man. An alpha man is a healed man.
You don't hear that.
And so when the alpha man shows up, he'll be glad to show you off because you bringing what? Protection to the table. You're bringing healing to the table. You're bringing knowledge to the table. You're bringing wisdom to the table. You even said, I'll leave the table if another man shows up at the table to talk to my man. Come on now. What more can a man ask for? If a man gets sick and can no longer get the bag, you already know how to have knowledge to do it.
I got
you feel me?
You brought that word today.
Listen.
Okay. I mean, I'm used to Bible study around this time. Okay. Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you. You have been preaching to myself for this is number 2. Twice.
Number 2. I'm going to charge you 3.
That's all right.
But
I
no,
got you. Thank you.
you keep on going. You keep striving. You
Mhm.
understand? As that word says, no weapon formed against you can and shall not prosper.
No, it
And
won't.
be the woman that tells these other women, the Shakritas and the Ritas, how they making you look bad out here. You know, just like we get on the Pookies and Ray Rays. Tell them, girl, take that garbage off your head. Them brothers don't want them sandals and weaving and all that other stuff. Stop blaming every man for your problems and look in the mirror at you.
Yeah.
Call me or pick me all you want. Girl, I'm going to be that one that ain't going to be no booger bear. I'm going to have somebody laying next to me. You feel me?
That neck roll, okay?
There you go. Then what did Obsidian say? Some of us don't mind a little spiciness in our meal.
That's what he did. He did.
All right. Some of us ain't scared of that, you know. Some of us that get turned on, be like, yeah, girl, turn that. Get in
that little spice.
Yeah. And when you need options, just pull all your weaves out and say, which one you want me to be today? That's all.
Thank you, Uncle Stu.
All right. I love y'all.
Love you.
Uncle Stu, tonight, 9 p.m., TLA is going to be my speaker. Don't worry. If you show up in the comments, I ain't going to let them know you did. But you know, I got to dig a little.
Lord, that was a shot.
I'm gonna let it slide for the sake of bringing other people in.
I know, right? But no, seriously speaking, we're going to be talking about domestic violence, and we're going to be talking about the family court system from the perspective of protecting your economic wealth through the family court system.
All right.
All right. I love y'all. Rock with y'all. Peace.
Thank you. Uncle Stu.
Hello.
Pastor Stu now. It's Pastor Stu.
OG Patrice, Jedi Mike 7. Good to see you again, Mike.
Good to see you. How you guys doing?
Good.
Grand Rising, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great. Hopefully you are too.
Good. I just wanted to tell you, young ladies, that I am so proud of you and your progress that I'm watching you ladies make, doing your process of growth. And I just wanted to say, as someone that is an elder, that I really appreciate, TJ and I really appreciate that you ladies are listening. You ladies are taking the advice, the counsel, and the opinions of someone that is older, because that is so important, because we have people like that in our lives to do that for us. And I'm a 57-year-old woman, and I listen, I didn't live these 57 years to be stupid my whole life. You know, I had to go through things as a young woman. I was a teen mother. I had to learn lessons and things of that nature. I was married. So I've experienced a lot in my life. And I would like to think that older women like TJ and I are giving back in the sense of what was given to us. So we just want you guys to take that, cherish that, and always have that, because it was OGs that raised us. Now we're helping, raise and counsel you young ladies. And my thing I would say to you is to just, when you get older too, pay it forward to another young lady that you may see that may be hurting, struggling, or whatever, because that's what it's all about. And us as Black women, we need to create that kind of community in these YouTube streets, because I do not see that a lot happening. And I was on panels where I was told that, the elders, they ain't listening to the elders no more, and we don't have nothing to offer. And that really hurt me, because I'm literally out here to help give back to what was given to me, and to pour into you ladies what was poured into me as I was growing and making mistakes and making choices and needed advice. And sometimes we always don't have our mothers to go to, or that aunt or that grandmother, because they're no longer there. So I want you ladies to please hold on to the things that TJ or any advice that I may say or give, because it truly is valuable, and take it with you and cherish it, and just pay it forward one day. That's all the gift that I ask. The gift I give, I ask you pay it forward in that way.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And
All
I
right.
totally
You're
agree with
welcome.
you. Yeah.
All right, ladies. Take care. Have a great day.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Jedi Mike, what's up?
How you guys doing? Nice to meet you, Courtney.
Hi, nice to meet
Uh,
you.
yeah. One, I just want to say, shout out to like Uncle Stu and Miss TJ. Basically, sharing the thoughts that I share. I mentioned here just like one thing I was kind of watching what I respect from you. The same thing I respect from Lauren is the fact that Lisa just there's like a type of humility from both of you that you guys are showing vulnerability, but just striving to be better. Right. I think in terms of accountability it's also one of the best medicine for growth. But with that, in the space here, a lot of people don't like it, like the way that we like other people to be on the chopping block for accountability. We don't like to put the mirror on ourselves, right? And with that, in this space, it can become exhausting. And I see that, like with Courtney, one thing like on the Lapeef network that I'm not going to say any names, but just some people on the panel that when situations arise where they don't really got your back on certain situations, that as me, just like you know, I I kind of get frustrated at just like saying, you gonna let this person just disrespect it like that? And, ain't no simping mess. It's just like, yo, like, come here, come here correctly, respect the, you give equal respect, to the panelists, especially how long you've been there and what you have
Mm-hmm.
contributed. That's to me, would just, for me, it's just as a, fan supporter of you that I just kind of get, frustrated with. But like I said, with this whole thing, with accountability, especially on the women's side and the men's side, like I always say here, like fear leads to anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering, right? And my question I propose to like to the women and even to the men too: are you tired? Are you tired of suffering? Basically, being this consistent cycle of bitterness and rage on both sides, and not just putting on one
Mm-hmm.
and saying that because there's also dudes on some bull, but um, and the fact is that we don't like that and saying, I'm tired of fighting. Stop trying to be right, just trying to be better. And that's what I just
Yeah.
saw from you, and especially from someone with background with mental health and like depression as well. As like it can be exhausting, especially in this black space where we don't take it seriously. I mean, I know I'm
Mm-hmm.
Christian too. I know we can try to pray that mess away, but
Mm-hmm.
some things is like,
Mm-hmm.
You get that
also,
shit.
I can have faith. Faith without work is dead. But I also
Yeah.
have faith that I'm going to be healed. But I also have to work to put into getting the clinical, advice and anything I might need to be better. Because like, I only got one life. We don't get no sequel. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, you be your own writer. So
That's right.
I like
yeah.
that. You don't get a sequel. And even and you understand dealing with mental health issues and things like that. It's I have to be my best advocate. I can't depend on people to rock with me or make me, I have to defend and I have to protect myself. And it's not being, I'm an independent Black woman. It's just me understanding who I am and what I am physically and mentally capable of taking on. And when things become too much, and I think a lot of us, and I'm speaking about Black women, we put a lot on our shoulders
Right. And I think,
and
but
we don't take it
right.
all. We keep adding and keep adding. And something that I've had to learn, I don't have any more room on my shoulders. I
Right.
have
But
nothing
yeah.
else to add.
Right, but it's not pressure that I feel also just as men. It's just like the whole line saying pressure made for shoulders not hips. It's like there's a lot of things is that you're not supposed to supposed to carry. And that's not saying knowing the roles of woman. Just saying like listen,
Mm-hmm.
my parents. I just turned 23 like 2 weeks ago, and my parents their anniversary is on my birthday, and they just celebrated 27 years of marriage. And with that,
Awesome.
that's something that you can't read from a book. And I've seen that it wasn't pretty for 27 years. Right. The one thing I saw
Mm-hmm.
was like one, they know not only did they prioritize like I'll say happiness or anything, they prioritize the duty. They like saying
Mm-hmm.
listen, I know my mom, she's like, I can't stand your father sometimes, I really can't stand him. And the same thing with my father sometimes. I see it from both, but listen, he's my she's my wife and he's my husband. I love him. And since then they're like, we just want at this age, because they're both in their 60s now. They're like, my dad's born 59. He's like, listen, we cannot argue like this. This would be damaging to our health. Which that's
Mm-hmm.
another thing too. You are not knowing that all this bitterness and rage doesn't have any effect on the body.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's just like, especially the black community, high rates of high blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. It's just like, no, any route of protecting your body, but more importantly, protecting your spirit, you need to make that a priority. But that's why I should encourage from you, Courtney, and stuff like that. I'll continue to support you along with Lauren and everything. But yeah, I don't want to stay here too long. But you have guys have a great day.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Jedi Mike.
Yeah, you're awesome. Thank you so much, Jedi Mike.
No
I
problem.
appreciate
And plus, I just want to say, like, yeah, you called me out yesterday or last stream. Like, I'm 5'11". I mean, I can't help him here, but I'm like, and I'm also country. My mom from Mississippi too, so I'm like,
There you go.
You know what? I remember your message. I remember you said that Mississippi part. That's because you said because I was like, I like a country man.
Yeah, but my family, like, we're like native, like, Nigerian, but yeah, my mom from Mississippi, my dad from Louisville, Kentucky.
I remember you. Hey, 5'11". You out here got me cougaring. Come on, Jedi.
No, it's all right.
His name, everything. I love it. Love to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you. No.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I can see y'all support you. But yeah, thank y'all to support you. But yeah, you all take care, okay?
All right,
All
you
right,
too.
thanks. All right, we got one more.
I remember his comment. That's hilarious.
I know. I'm bringing you up now. You've been waiting. Hey, are you there? Got to come off mute, boo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for calling in. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
So you've
Kinda
been
sitting.
patient.
I'm kind of sitting up my phone. I have my phone down. I'm actually at work.
Okay.
Now, I was listening to who's your guest name?
My name is Courtney.
Okay, Courtney. I seen on the Lapeef show, but
A couple times.
I'm in and out in a lot of different channels and spaces. But yeah, the crazy part was I actually married my wife. She was a single mom. She had like 2 kids, and I'm over in the manosphere space, and a lot of guys they say, well, you shouldn't. I'm like, I shouldn't have what? I married a woman, even though she's Jamaican. They come with the whole riff saying how she's different, and I'm like, when I got married, I didn't look for traditional ADOs. I didn't look for African Jamaican. I looked for just a black woman to marry, and she fit the bill, and she just came with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I tell guys, I say, that's not a thing that most guys want to get into, but it depends on the person. Kids don't pretty much. I mean, it comes with more dedication with the woman and the kids, but understanding, what you're getting yourself into when you actually start dealing with women with kids.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like that, then don't pursue, because in most cases, I'm not pursuing chicks I don't, pretty much are interested in. Probably gonna break up a little bit. I'm in the back. I drive in the country, so. But the crazy part is when it comes down to it, it's what you want out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I always say don't count out all the women, because sometimes you might be counting out that perfect woman, And I always laugh at guys when they talk about, dealing with women. Most of them just want those IG models.
Until they do.
Stop dealing with women.
All right, we break it up now. Sorry. Not think we lost you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I understand what he was saying, because and I don't think, nor have I heard any woman that I know has been like, you better give a single mom a chance. It's just your preference, and if you don't want to date one, that's on you. But to grade every woman that has a child and to think that they had one with a Pookie or Ray Ray, or you just frivolously giving up your womb, like these are turn on. Like I'm just now listening to it. I'm just like, no, I just wasn't throwing my womb out there, and whoever catches it will have my seat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not reality for me.
Okay, I think he's back.
Yeah.
All right.
Throwing my womb like it's a football. Hey, who gonna catch this, nigga? No.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, basically, I'm saying like society standard of beauty. They telling you society standard of beauty is a girl with big butt, IG model type looking women. And I'm like, if you feel that's your standard, then go for it. But you can't get mad at the results. It's so many guys want those type of women, but everything, comes with it. They're not prepared for it. Like, for instance, I always tell guys who deal with like 9s or 10s, it costs with them because, you got to keep up the woman, beauty, which men refer to as maintenance. You got to get her hair done. I had a partner, he got married to his wife, and a lot of guys, I told him on the panel that my friend pays $1,000 a month for his girl hair. And she actually get her hair done. She has a short cut. So she get her hair done every week. She pays about $220, and
every week.
Gives like every week with a $30
that
tip.
Sounds like a crap.
Hey, she's actually banking most of that. She's banking.
What kind of hair she getting done to $2 a week?
I don't know, but basically
she's a hustler.
He writes out. She's a good woman. She's a good woman, but he writes out a check for her stylist every month, basically. But he take care of his wife. Man, she was a good woman. Like, if I have a good woman, there's nothing I want to do. Like, I'm married now. I've been married for 15 years.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. But when it comes down to it, I do so much for my wife, sometimes without her even asking. This whole thing with she should be cooking. I cook and clean. I got 2 jobs and I still help around the house. It's not because I have to. It's because I want to. Sometimes I give her a break. She has to deal with the kids and everything. So I don't get all this stuff with a lot of guys. They coming from a narrative in which they think all this stuff is gonna, benefit them by, wanting a woman to do this and wanting a woman to do that. A lot of women are not going for that. Like, I always hear guys talk about so much about submission. Like, submission, okay, that's the thing, but prefer leadership, because the leadership that I give to my wife, submission comes with it. Right. You submit to the leader. If the leader, like I always tell guys, and they don't understand when I say, if my wife wanted to be the leader, I'll let her do everything. She can run the money, everything, but not only just the money. She's gonna be responsible for going outside, changing the tires on the car, dealing with maintenance. If a burglar breaks in and she wakes me up, I'm gonna grab the gun and say, go handle that. That's what the leader does. He take care of everything. And a lot of women only think from a financial standpoint in which they want to control. It's more than that. So at the end of the day, if you want to be the leader, that comes with being the leadership.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Because again, like I said, with my narrative of who I am, age, child, unwed, I'm not, it looks down upon. But you being married to someone that has 2 children, one, why don't you think more men like you are speaking about that, their experience? I guess he got his Bluetooth in, or even talking to a man that is married, because again, marriage is now looked upon like you simping, you love your wife, you're lame. So why aren't men like yourself speaking more in this atmosphere? And do you think if you did, it would be welcomed?
Well, actually, I do. I talk on panels telling them that, it's not the situation that it's not all bad, that everybody don't get a raw deal. I mean, it depends. It depends on the person. It depends on the relationship. Most guys knew when at the beginning, a hot girl, they're dealing with her and she can't cook and clean. 5 years from now, you get a divorce and you complain about her cooking and cleaning. I say, well, when did she stop? Well, technically, she never did. That's your fault. And a lot of guys I talk about, relationships and marriage, it depends on them. You can't move them. Most people in a certain space in their life, and when they get to that certain space, they can't be changed. It takes a miracle for some of them to actually just, get up and do something different in life.
You get set in your ways.
Exactly. Complacent. So I mean, for the most part, it's hard. Like I said, I go on panels, and I actually started my YouTube, revamped it. I kind of was seeing that the direction I was going to try to get people to come over, then try to change them, it wasn't working. So like what my biggest thing is trying to help people focus on finance. And like I deal with another guy in this space, Alonzo Hall, where we mostly talk about life insurance because you
Mm-hmm.
know I ain't afraid to say it. I tell people they can say I'm simping. I'm trying to get to like $1 million policy for my family, not only just for my wife, but my kids as well,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to start generational wealth, and the only way to do that is to actually have the money that's there. So simping for doing something for your wife, then I guess I'm a simp. Because at the end of the day, you can call me a simp, whatever. But my next generation of kids, my grandkids, they're gonna be the biggest simps because they're gonna be, dealing with business and everything. A lot of guys, we can say this, but even with kids, if you're not even getting life insurance just for your kids, if you a baby daddy or boyfriend or whatever, you still doing your family a disservice. You
Mm.
know, I hear so many guys talk about the women, but at the end of the day, I understand if a woman give you a bad deal, what about your child? So you lost hope for your child because of the woman?
Mm.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna step down. I gotta get back to work.
Well,
Go
keep
ahead.
on working. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Oops.
Okay.
Shannon.
Hey, ladies.
A long time no talk.
I know. How are you guys?
Good. How are you? You looking good.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Y'all looking
Good.
good too.
The smile is contagious.
Yes, ain't it? I
I
start teasing my
cannot.
coworker. He text her like it's Shannon.
Gosh, I can't stop smiling.
That's good. Hey,
Yeah.
that's the energy. That's the vibe that I like to bring in. Everybody smiling, feeling good.
Yeah.
Y'all looking good. Y'all talking good. Everything is good. Okay.
I love it.
No, but I just had to come on here and say hello to you ladies. And again, fantastic job as always. And, I just want to say, just people, just stop capping, okay? Just stop it. Everybody, cut it out, okay? Let's stop acting like, these women that y'all dealing with, that they all are six and all. If we go back in your track record, if we look at your baby mama, everybody else, children's mothers, it's not that. They're not tens and all this stuff that y'all trying to portray online. We are not food, okay? All type of it's a lid for every pot and it's somebody for everybody. So it's not that difficult. People are still getting chose, regardless of, if you got good character, even if you don't look the best, you still can find somebody. And I mean, there's enough negative narratives and things out here. And we have to be careful because there's a lot of good information that's being given. But at the same time, if a person is not where they need to be in themselves, you start thinking like you hopeless, and we have enough. I'm glad to see TJ and some of the older ladies come on here and be positive because, a lot of people I've seen, they are so negative about, the bitter older women. They're just like, oh, these men, I don't want to say men, I don't want to talk about men. And you just have to be like, I don't want to be like that. Like, is this what it's like? This is what everybody is doing. They don't have no hope. So you guys are proof that, there is still hope because all of us on here's got mans. Man. Okay.
That's why Shannon's over there happy.
Okay.
So children or not, like it or not, we are happy. Too bad for you if you're not. And if you don't like our kind, we not for you. But anyway, yeah, people just need to quit. I'm over it. I'm so sick of it because you got yourself, high blood pressure because you thinking you in the danger zone and all this.
Listen.
You're right.
There are a lot of people that still have work to do. We know that. And for those that it applied to, hey, take heed. Don't get me wrong. I've learned a lot from these platforms. I mean, people around me are like, where are you getting this information? Wow, that's good. I'm giving it to my friends, helping other people. But, you know, you have to just catch yourself because you get too sucked in. Like this stuff, it becomes very reality TV-ish after a while.
You better. Almost threw something at me.
Do you hear me? It's ridiculous.
It does become reality TV, and you do become. They make you into a character, and people feed into the characters, even the people that's with you. You be like, "This ain't what you know me for real. It's not."
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the bottom line is we don't know each other, okay? I mean, how many of us have really seen each other in person? I mean, we might send a few texts, maybe talk here and there. This is not your real life. These are not your real friends. And the people that you interact with in the daily, they know who you are. And 1 hour or a few hours every week on YouTube does not describe who you are as a person accurately. So, you know, people need to get over themselves. You know, it's really unnecessary. And so what people are trying to do, I think, is good, but it's getting lost, you know, in all of the drama and all the stupid stuff. And of course, that's marketing. And, you know, yes, it helps to sell and make things pop. But at the end of the day, you know, the message is really the most important part. And that's what people need to be focused on. So keep doing, y'all.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. Look, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. But you look too skinny now. I mean, what's going on?
Look, I'm just having a good day, okay?
Well, I don't see no arms, no nothing. I don't know what the hell, but let's Shetty, okay.
Girl, let them tell it.
What workout you been doing?
Look, this man, he didn't drag me in the gym and almost killed me.
That's what I'm talking about, Shannon. That's what I'm talking about.
We need to do
elevating you, and they always talk about us adding to them. It needs to be two-way street.
It does, because I'm over here, Shannon looking good, and I'm looking at Shannon. I was like, Shannon ain't got no neck. I don't. Where's she? Shannon all teeth. Where'd she go?
You be trying to kill me, okay? I be like, sir,
you look amazing. You look amazing.
Every 2 hours, and I mean, obsessed with it. Like, you got to take it easy on me, okay? I can't walk. I can't. My abs. I finally can laugh. You know, it's just it's a little rough. I don't be in there like I should be, but nevertheless, I get in there when I can.
What you doing is amazing. You look amazing, and I noticed. I said, Shannon done came on here, new woman. That thing got a man, got damn anorexic, and then just
girl.
Come on,
listen. That's how you know it's the glow. It's everything.
It is. I see it. Well, Shannon, you look amazing, girl.
I can't help myself. Look, when the men be trying to come, you know, and Lauren, know you especially, the men in Detroit. Every time you be like, "Oh, I'm in a relationship," girl, they be like, "You can't have a friend." I be like, "Do you want your woman to have a friend? Get out of my face."
Your head knocked off. Back up, because listen, if I ain't gonna do it, he will. So let's chop it up.
But my favorite line is now, "Baby, I'm so in love is disgusting. Just get away from me. It might spill on you. Just don't somewhere."
Oh,
okay. We're gonna have to have our little daily check-ins. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, group chat. Come on.
I'm ready. Add me to this, because Shannon, I need to know some stuff, child.
So in love, it is.
What exercise are you doing for real?
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
I love it. You look great.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks you.
See y'all later. Bye.
We got one more in the back. Before
you see the love. Look what love do to you, baby.
I know. I want to shout out obviously Uncle Stu, Dana, Brittany, Roger, Anthony. Thank you so much for the support, for the love. I feel it. Keep it coming. All of that. But I got somebody else in the back. Not him saying they must be new in a relationship.
They still a little puppy stage, but check back as a Shan. You know what?
He's a hater.
He is hating.
I told him to cam up, but he ain't want to. He got all that.
He want the smoke from LC. He didn't want the smoke from LC.
I just said he ain't want that.
He didn't want that.
So look who we have here. Hello, sir.
What's up? I'm on the treadmill doing my afternoon workout. What's up?
Okay.
Don't mind me. This is the only free time I got. you know. But
Hey,
listen,
King.
what's up, Courtney? First of all, I want to say, Courtney, you are amazing. You are definitely someone's wife. That was
Oh,
so
thank
dope.
you.
Shannon made me happy because Shannon was talking about what I always talk about. When you're really in love, all that other BS is out the window. All that other stuff they talking about over there is out the window. But I love that. Lauren, what's up? What's going on?
Hi, King.
What's up? No, what's up? What's up?
What's up with
What's up with what?
What's up? I heard you got a boo thing. What's up? And I
Look,
no, I like that. I like that because I heard that he respects you and he adores you. So I respect that. I respect that. As long as it's not you know who, I'm cool with it. What's up though?
y'all won't know if I have a boo who he is until I walk down the aisle. Okay.
hello?
Okay. I respect that. What's going on though, ladies? I'm proud of you, Lauren, because you're doing your thing. I came here to support, just to say what's up. You know, I really do respect you. You know, you got your home team. I remember the home team word, but I respect you. I respect you a lot. So I just came to say what's up. Yeah, but so what was the issue? What was your boy Uncle Brew was Brew? What was he talking about?
Uncle Stu.
I'm sorry.
Uncle Stu?
Brew. Huh?
Stu.
Okay, whatever. What was he talking about?
He was getting
Uncle Stu. What was he talking about? Because I feel like he
Uncle
was
Stu.
flip flopping.
No, Uncle Stu is an amazing man. And what he has told me, and he's told me this before, is that you can't this space is space. Is it breaking? Okay. This space.
Right.
And you know, no man can speak for all men.
Absolutely.
So that's what he was saying. But yeah, we love Uncle Stu.
Y'all love Uncle Stu. It didn't sound like what he said last time, but if he said that today, he's 100% right. But it didn't sound like that last time, so I felt a little flip flopping. So I just want to come in and say, you know what? Let's be consistent with our words. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. You know, y'all always think I'm a
Alright,
troublemaker. I'm not a troublemaker. I'm just calling people out on little stuff. That's all. That's all. Listen, Lauren. So what's up? Are you ever coming to the show?
What show?
The only show that counts. Conversation
Oh
with King.
my God, King. We
Are
gonna
you ever
put
come
it
to the
back to
show?
what this is. This is the Lunch with Lauren show, and I'm glad that you were able to come on.
All right. Thank you, Lauren. You know, I'll be fucking with y'all. I love y'all for real. I just like to start a little trouble here and there. Thank you so much, though.
All
Have
right.
a good day. All
You
right.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Court.
And you know what? This shows something else. How messy. Because, you know, women, look at the space that we're in, because we keep talking about the space, but look at the women in the space. Because, you know, me and Kay had it back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had all the smoke for Kay. But you know what me and Kay did? We decided to have a conversation. Really behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And after that convo, even though I don't agree with much that Kay says a lot of the time, the respect that I have for Kay is because I know Kay, you know. Hell, me and Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and Lucky had it out on a few times on a few shows. You know, but talk to her real quick. What up, Luck? What's going on, Mama? You forgot what's up? She like, what's up? With me and you know, hands. But you know, I talked to her. And she talked to me, and we was like, well, damn, we got a whole lot in common. A lot in common. And since then, I F's with her. I think Lucky is beautiful. I think she's smart. I think she has a lot to say that needs to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
As women, and I think this, no one's going to say it, but we were the ones that were not supposed to be getting along with each other. We're the ones that's supposed to be catty.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't see it. But now what I do see, I spy with my little eye.
Listen. And no, I think what was it? During our girl talk, I even mentioned like, look, I'm a woman. Whatever goes on between two men has nothing to do with me.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
And I'm going to leave it at that. Take that.
Run with it. Jog
Run with it. Carve it on the tree. Do what you want to do. But I'm just over here, honestly, and this is a really great way to kind of bring it all to, you know, back to what it was meant to be about. Was like, my channel is all about the journey. It's about authenticity. It's about, you know, positivity, really. Yeah, we gonna have fun. We gonna joke. We gonna, you know, it's not, everything doesn't have to be a battle. And we can support each other. Like, support everybody. There's enough. It's always been said, you know, it's so much out there. It's enough for everybody to get it. You just got to put in the work to get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, you know, that's all I'm trying to do. So if y'all want to put me in a box, y'all want to put me here, over there, or, I'm going to be right here. And this is where y'all can continue to find me, right here on Lauren Melissa's channel. You feel me? Like,
I'm with it. I hear you. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
But Courtney, I appreciate you coming on. I have to have you back because there were quite a few questions that I just feel like I didn't get to, that I think I'm just gonna make it its own show, not a show, but basically like its own topic, because I think it's something that should be explored. And I think you have really great insight and perspective on said topic, but I won't disclose it yet because I really want to talk about it. But I really appreciate you coming on, taking time. Enjoy the weekend, man, because just I'm gonna be following you on Instagram. And
well, you know, my IG stories is gonna be popping.
Please,
it'll start tomorrow. You know what's sad? I got my outfits already, like it's the first day of school, because I'm like, all right, on Thursday, I'm gonna kill them with this. On Friday, the puppies might come out. So once this hair is done, I don't know none of y'all.
You can't. I don't know none of y'all. That's funny. That's right. Act brand new. You got it, girl.
That new.
Okay. I love it.
Thank you so much. This was fun. All of it was interesting.
It was like waves, man. It went like this. But I love it. We just
it's good stuff. And much success for you. You know,
thank you.
I am one of your bigger supporters. I always have been, girl.
And Courtney, like, when I think it was like maybe the week 2 or week 3, because I was, you know, when I was coming on the Let's Talk show, I had like reached out to you, like, what's your number? Like, I really want to be your friend. I want to get to know you and stuff. And so I really look at you as like a big sister. Like I said at the beginning, some stuff I'm like, yes, like I agree with. The other stuff I'm like, I ain't really heard about that. Like, I don't really know, but I want to know more. I'm one of those people that's like, I'm not gonna knock it until I learn more about it. And so I just respect you. I respect what you're doing and what you're gonna do. And like, I'm supporting you as well in whatever you decide to do. And you're always welcome back. I hope you do come back so we could chop it up on some other topics that I think is worth talking about.
Oh, you got a sis now, so
yes.
All right. Bye, girl.
Bye. All right, y'all. That's been Lunch with Lauren. Y'all can catch me again next week right here, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another Lunch with Lauren. I hope y'all have fun, because I have fun, and I really appreciate all the callers. I'm going to shout out all the supporters. Once again, we got Uncle Stu, Dana, Brittany, Roger, Anthony. Thank you so much for the support. Keep coming back. Please share it. Watch it over and over again. Shout out to people in the chat. Lucky was in there. Sherelle, Shannon Ross, Lolita Turney was in there. Darrell. Who else? Brittany. Did I say Brittany? Brittany B, that's my girl. Auntie TJ, Uncle Stu, OG Patrice, everybody. Y'all this has just been awesome. So thank you so much. It was super, super early here, but I'll do it all again for this energy. This energy. It's you know, it's great. So I appreciate it. Jonathan, what? That's my boo. Jonathan Barronville. Okay. Oh, Jonathan, I heard you got an invite on TLA show to go to what is it? Foco de Chao? Is that what it's called? So if you go and you don't take me or you don't invite me, we scrapping. Be scrapping. So shout out to Jonathan. Thank you for being in the chat. You popped in, you was holding it down, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We out. Bye.